Yeah, good night, Samuel.
Yeah, man.
Good night, Jude, Corwin, as well as Andrew, Devon, and your church brothers who are here helping. It's good to see. This is the same crew that built the 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 thing for the drum set
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, shout out, yeah. Good night to all of our viewers and listeners. Some people just listening, they're probably doing something as well. Thanks for inviting me. I remember like 17 years ago, I got into radio
Mm-hmm.
specifically
Hmm.
to play Guyanese music there. And over the years, I've seen many ups and quite as many downs as well.
Hmm.
So it has been a journey. I guess we're gonna discuss it, but
Say
from
more, say more. We diving into it right now.
um, I think over the years, the production quality had a play in. You can't force people to like something that isn't pleasant to the ears,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what you found happening is that sometimes an artist had a song that wasn't completed properly.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a demo.
Mm-hmm.
You go in the studio, you do a half hour, you do a 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
You think you have the whole song finished, and you come out and you're just ready for go and put it on the
Mm-hmm.
radio.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that played a part in that some of those songs got popular
Yeah.
because they were played as well.
Yeah.
But the majority, especially from an artist who was now finding his or herself,
Mm-hmm.
it was very difficult for you to have an appreciation of their ability if you couldn't hear them how they would sound if produced properly.
Mm-hmm.
So over the years, that has gotten better, and in getting better, it allowed persons to find a path for themselves, basically, in their own sound, like you have your own song, Sammy,
Mm-hmm.
their own way of expressing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So from not being able to being produced,
Mm-hmm.
we then had a lot of studios coming around.
Yeah.
And what you find was still happening
Mm-hmm.
is the hurry work was still being done.
Mm-hmm.
A 1 hour, 2 hour the most, and you believe you can just pay $4,000 and get a song.
No, man. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm serious.
No, no. I have a different perspective on that, right? Because make sure you handle them things there. Um, you said you feel you could pay $4,000 or $8,000, and you make it sound like if the 4,000 and the $8,000 was cheap. I was recording around that time, and because the money wasn't flowing the way we wanted it to flow, we used to try to rush everything because we only got $8,000. We going in the studio. I mean, now it's different. Now it's very, very different, especially at the studio that I record at. We pay for projects. We don't pay by the hour. Back then, every studio you pay by the hour, 4,000 or 6,000. If you got $8,000, you try and do every single thing in there. I listen back to some of my music when I was recording back at Brutal. And this is not shots to them. That's just how it was back then. I cringe at some of the mixes. At my voice ain't even compressed properly. You're hearing the breathing, every single thing. But back then, you're just so happy that the $8,000 gave you something that you could walk out the studio with on a CD.
Yeah, fair enough. But I wasn't speaking about why they were only using 1 hour, 2 hour. I
Mm-hmm.
was telling you what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I agree with you. Remember, I was an artist before a radio personality.
Oh yeah.
So when I speak from this perspective, I've recorded songs over like 25 years ago.
Oh wow.
So I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only for the lack of the funds.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, let me bring you to the modern day right now. Many persons are still trying that to run in the studio fast and finish up. But this is the same person who would be wearing a Nike for how much thousand? No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, being straight.
Yeah.
This is the same person who would flash a bottle of Hennessy
Uh-huh.
on Facebook or live.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same person who tries to portray an image of I have something already.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not investing it
Yeah.
in yourself. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we had the fast production, right? And then with more studios, people took on personal projects.
Mm-hmm.
Studios invested money.
Mm-hmm.
People invested time and energy,
Yeah.
and so the production got better.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, due to even shows that Hits and Jams would have brought to Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
It allowed artists to see an environment
Yeah.
where what was happening. I'm certain your band could allude to this when you go places and you look at different bands playing, the things that you grasp from them.
Yeah.
Right? So it was more than one things coming together to make a big change on it. And I also saw a little more dedication on the part of the performers, the artists,
Yeah.
and a more intense, not only knowledge, but an effort to understand the business side of the music. And so if we've combined a little bit more understanding, and we must say, the Guyanese people have been supporting Guyanese music
Yeah.
recently to the fullest for the past couple of years. You understand? We even supporting songs that in there and key and on track. Yep. No disrespect to anybody. You understand? But that's a fact. And I have no problem with it. I have absolutely no problem with it. Right? So what you find happening now is that let's give an example.
Yeah.
The ministry has played a part in over a few years where competition songs were recorded. You were afforded a recording, so you got the opportunity to get something to be played. Done almost to a standard. In Guyana, when it comes to production right now, I dare say that we have one of, if not the best producer in the chutney genre
Yeah.
in the region.
Easily.
Right?
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll back up my point with what I'm saying. I'm talking about Avinash Rupchan from Shakti Strings Orchestra.
Wow.
Easily.
Right? So, if you notice, outside of dancehall to an extent, soca has a following, gospel has a base, a strong foundation. Chutney is the genre that has taken Guyana to the Caribbean and
Yeah.
forward afield.
Yeah.
1
Very
million
swiftly.
views in 3 weeks. If you listen to the production quality of Avinash Rupchan's studio for chutney music, and if you read records and stuff, you'll find that he's been producing a lot of songs for the top Trinidadian performers.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he has been. He's been on tour with KI before, do shows with them overseas. So what you find happening now, they're using his services. So in Guyana, we have access to a great producer.
Yeah.
And the chutney performers haven't been crying out. What they've been doing is using it to their advantage.
Yeah.
Look, I dare you to take Never Gonna Leave, or even Stephen Ramphals or Bunty Singh's Sorry, and play it alongside a Trinidad produced chutney and tell me what you hear. I hear in every instrument clean. I hear world-class quality production. You understand? And what you find happening is that there are many problems. We ain't talking about problems. This is
No, we done by
give
everything.
somebody else. I know we got time, but these guys got a lot to share as well. I want to just keep going.
Wayne Corwin, thank you. Thanks, Malcolm.